welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be updating you guys on my pregnancy. Tomorrow, Friday the 9th, I will be 12 weeks, so I have missed a few days. I should have uploaded a video like, I don't know, 4 days ago. However, I did film it, but the footage was terrible. You guys would have given me a bunch of no-nos on that one, so I just wanted to redo it. Yesterday was a horrible day when it came to trying to film, so today before I go into work and the baby is napping, I'm going to go ahead and just film this and hope that it turns out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and dive on in because the baby, I keep looking over here at the monitor. Whew, sorry. I straightened my hair, and so every time I straighten my afro hair, like, I constantly want to put my fingers through it so it gets greasy a lot quicker, so I have to wash a lot quicker, which is stupid, but I do it all the time. It's just a habit I have. But anywho, we're not talking about a beauty channel here, but I'm going to go ahead and dive right on in as to what has changed. I've got my notes with me. The first thing I do want to address is my skin. I do have terrible skin. It's been that way since I was born. I've just had terrible skin, and when I mean I have terrible skin, that means that, I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but my skin turns very quickly. The moles on my body, which I have a lot of, they will turn black, they will itch, they will be funky, they'll grow like weird colors, and I've been getting biopsies ever since I was 14. With that said, I've lost count after 35. I've had 35 biopsies. More than that probably, I've just lost count, and then like 8 or 9 of those have come back the stage before melanoma, so I have to go in and get prepped and get more of it taken out and more stitches put in and things like that, just to hopefully prevent me ever getting it in that area. With that being said, that's not the only skin issue I have. I have a pigment issue. It pops up when it wants to. It's normally just on my arms, but once or twice a year it will pop up on my legs, my stomach, my chest. Not necessarily my back, but my arms are the worst. And as soon as I got pregnant, my pigment issue popped up. And so I'm going to show you guys what I mean, because it seems, and my face, oh my gosh, my face doesn't get the white pigment spots, but my face has been breaking out ridiculously. I'm not even joking. My skin is just disgusting. I will exfoliate. I will do everything that I can to my skin to make it as fresh looking as possible and for the blemishes to go down in size, but it seems just like it doesn't matter what I do. I'll even go days without wearing makeup and it doesn't seem to work. But yeah, I have blemishes all over, you know, acne all over my chin area, and then I'll get them in random spots on my forehead and things like that. So this pregnancy has really done a damage already in the first trimester on my skin. And I want to show you guys the pigment issue that I have had my whole life. Try to see, yeah, you should be able to see all the white spots. My arms are covered in them. And I have eczema. So from my knees down to my ankles, this is there too. It's not as bad, but it is there. And I also will have bumps start popping up like crazy. So I've never had the bumps before. So I went to my dermatologist. I'm like, okay, I've got bumps popping up now. You know, we all know that I have terrible skin. However, this has never happened before. And they said, you know, the hormone changes, and this started around 5 weeks of pregnancy. I didn't even hear the baby's heartbeat yet. And they were already saying your hormones are already going cray-cray. So my skin has been a big change this week. It's gotten even worse. But since I do have eczema now, they diagnosed me with that on my legs and my arms. They told me to start using this cream that I got from like CVS, Walgreens, something like that. But it seems to really work. I don't use it as much as I should. But it does work when I do use it. It doesn't make the blemishes go away, but it makes the itching and burning feeling stop on my legs. So, but that is one major thing that has changed. I wanted to go ahead and address that because I know once these videos start going, people are going to be commenting below, what's wrong with your skin? What's wrong with your skin? I'm going to go ahead and address it. I have bad skin. I am starting to get those headaches. A lot of women, when I read on their vlogs and stuff, that, you know, they get headaches a lot whenever they were pregnant. And I don't normally get headaches a whole lot. My mother does, but I do not get headaches all the time. Now I'm getting them once or twice a week. And like right now, as I'm talking to you, I have a splitting headache right along this line right here. And it hit me probably 30 minutes before I started filming. It's annoying. And But the headaches, I am starting to get those. So I definitely am seeing a change in that kind of thing. Another thing that's going on with me right now is the crazy dreams, the vivid dreams that I'm having. I'm having them, they're so realistic. I'll wake up from them and I'm like, what did I just dream? Like, it's almost so real. Like, I had a dream about an old best friend that I had in high school that I did not tell her I was pregnant, and she was so devastated because I told everybody else before I told her. I have not talked to her in years. However, I woke up from that dream thinking, I need to call her and tell her that I'm pregnant before everybody finds out. It was just so weird to me just because how real it seemed. And I don't have these all the time, like on a normal basis. Sorry, I keep looking over here. My baby monitor's over here, so I'm watching him. But it was just crazy. And I have these all the time. And when I sleep, I will go into a deep dream. And then I'll wake up an hour later, go into a deep dream, wake up an hour later. It's just like boom, boom, boom. I cannot stay asleep solidly. But the baby, he is sleeping around 10, 11 hours at night here lately, which is amazing. I've needed that for a minute now. However, I can't stay asleep. He's doing great, but not me. So I am trying to work through all of that. Those vivid dreams and stuff are just, and I just cannot seem to get comfortable. My hips are starting to hurt pretty graciously. Like, I will move around and it still feels like I'm breaking something. I know that sounds a little dramatic. I get it, but that's how my body is. My body, when it's doing something such as a pregnancy, or I have had an injury where I have fallen. When I was pregnant with Buck, I fell twice in our backyard and I've hit my hip both times. Right hip or left hip, I've hit them and they hurt. So every time I lay down, anything that drastic happens to me, my body's changing, I gain weight, something, my hips will be one of the first things that hurt on my body. And I can already tell that those are hurting every single minute of the day. Every minute. If I bend over, if I sit down too long, if I stand up too fast, my hips hurt. So I am noticing that. So that's also causing a lot of issues when it comes to my sleeping schedule. As far as like cravings, no cravings yet. I still want to eat cereal, which is Cheerios, if you guys are wondering. It's just Cheerios, but at the same time, like, I love eating them, but it's not like a craving. So I've got no cravings yet. I still have the aversions, the food aversion. So I still just don't even want to have anything to do with avocados. Like I said in my first vlog on this pregnancy, I just have no use in it. I don't even want to talk about them, really. Still am cold all the time. They did check my iron. I'm 11.5, which isn't the greatest, but it's okay. But I don't know if that has anything to do with me being cold, my iron and stuff like that, but I am still cold all the time. That is definitely something that's still happening. Smells. I know that, your smells and stuff are heightened at this time, and that is so true. Where I work, I had a customer come in, her and her mom, and they were telling me about their natural fragrance and stuff, and I'm all about natural stuff. Trust me. I love organic stuff, things like that. But there was something about that organic smell of what product that they've made themselves that just about made me sick as a dog. Another thing that I forgot to mention in my last video that I'm going to mention in this video because it's still going on is one of the first signs on all my pregnancies have been my boobs. And I say that because they hurt so bad. And I know that's very common. Even me standing in the shower and the water hitting me makes me want to cry. And the clothes touching me. Sometimes when I'm not even leaving the house or doing anything, girl ain't wearing no bra. I'm be honest with you, girl ain't wearing no bra because it hurts and I don't like it and it's very uncomfortable. So why wear a bra if nobody's gonna see me, if I'm not going out in public, it's just me and the baby all day. So, but that is number one thing. So every pregnancy I've had, that has the first sign. That and me wanting to drink a gallon of water right when I wake up and right when I go to bed. That leads me to another thing. When I say that, I don't know if I mentioned before, because this mama memory thing is just, pregnancy memory is just ridiculous. I can't remember hardly anything still, but, and I know it doesn't get any better, but when I say my pregnancies, this is my third pregnancy. I want to be clear on that one. My very first pregnancy, I lost at 8 weeks, and then 4 months later, I conceived Buck. We were not fully trying with Buck. We just weren't preventing as well. So we got pregnant with him in May, but I lost the first baby in February. So this is my 3rd pregnancy as of right now. Another thing that's going on with me is my anxiety is heightened. Those who don't know me, which I'm sure the majority of you do not, but I've had high anxiety my entire life. Ever since I was little, I've had a lot of either experiences or just who I am as a person. I've just had high anxiety. I've been on high alert on every single thing I do in my life, or even every single thing I don't do in my life. It has really dampened a lot of things, my relationships, things like that, because of how high my anxiety is. Now that I am pregnant again and I have a 1-year-old, my anxiety, I can tell in the past couple of weeks it's getting a little out of control. So I'm having to really slow down and maintain it, which leads me to the next thing is after I had Buck, I thought I was just going through the baby blues, and I was not. I was actually having a lot of postpartum depression with anxiety that was causing me to go crazy. I seeked a lot of help, a lot of doctors, a lot of things, medication, you name it, I've tried it. So it lasted for 10 months. So I finally had gotten over that. That's why we waited to try to have a baby, because I just could not shake it. Whenever we were ready to try to have a baby, I was like, I'm too scared to do that because of the anxiety is still so high on me. But now I can feel the anxiety, the anticipation that, oh my gosh, I'm going to have 2 under 2. I've lost my mind. I think I've lost my mind. I really do. But I'm very excited at the same time. So that excitement totally trumps the anxiety that I'm having. Another thing that I have noticed this week is when I brush my teeth, my gums are starting to bleed more. I don't usually have a problem with my gums bleeding, but right now I do, and I know that is a pregnancy symptom. I am brushing my teeth twice a day for anyone who wants to know, but they are starting to bleed. That is definitely something that I am noticing about it. And so that I don't really remember them bleeding with Buck, to be completely honest with you. So this is definitely new to me, but I do know that it is something very common. Also, this week I'm having, well, actually this has been going on for a couple of weeks. My lower back is starting to hurt pretty bad. Just with handling the baby, or just playing with him in the floor, or picking up boxes, moving things, just any little household thing. I'm feeling the lot of the tension and the stuff and just the hurt, the spasms and things like that in my lower back. I do have a lot of lower back pain. If you listen to my birth story of my son that I posted last year, you'll hear more about the ATV accident and things like that on my lower back, which has caused a lot of pain. So that's definitely something that I am starting to notice. I didn't have hardly any lower back pain while pregnant with Buck, but this baby I am starting to have the lower back pain, which makes me nervous because I was really hoping not to get that, but I think I'm getting it. Also, the heartbeat of the baby at 6 weeks and 6 days was 141 beats. And I know that's kind of low, but you know, the average is 140 to 180 or 175, something like that, from what I hear. Now, I went in the next week and it shot up to like 175. And then a week and a half ago, the baby's heartbeat was 168. So the baby's heartbeat is really, really good, really, really strong. I know with Buck's, his was around 174 around this time. So, have been having some lower ab pain, and when I mean that, I mean not lower ab pain, meaning pain that goes, it's like a band that goes all the way across my belly button. I've been having that for about 3 weeks now, and I even called my doctor about it and talked to my midwife about it, excuse me. I talked to my midwife about it, and she says, you know, where I'm talking about where the pain is more like intestinal, which is, you know, very, very common in pregnancies with women because of the constipation and things like that. But I mean, it's severe. It's like a sharp pain. And so we looked at the baby. Baby looks fine. But I am having those sharp pains in that area. I don't know if any other mamas have experienced that, but at first it really scared me. But from time to time, I still have those sharp little pains that are around where my belly button is. I still want to know the gender really, really bad. Me and my husband really have a gut feeling about what the gender is. Hopefully we'll find out in a couple of weeks. You know, we are thinking about announcing our pregnancy to all of our friends soon. So, you know, we're really excited. We're getting excited. Excited to know so we can start shopping and stuff. So really that's for me. I'd love to shop, but he's just like, whatever. Yeah, so I think other than that, I'm doing really, really well. My health is really well. I did get weighed yesterday and I've lost a pound, which is completely fine. It's because of the nausea and things like that. I'm not really wanting to eat as much as they think that I should, but the same thing happened with Buck. I gained 55 pounds with Buck. Not trying to, but I was so swollen. I had like 30 pounds of fluid that just went away right after I had him. But, you know, I have lost a pound, so that makes me excited because I am doing my walks and I am drinking the amount of water that I'm supposed to be, and I am taking care of myself. I'm not just eating junk food. But with that being said, you know, if I do have a little craving, I might snag a piece of chocolate. That's going to happen. But as far as taking care of myself, I am doing everything that I can to take care of myself and, you know, do the best that I can on this pregnancy for the health of me and this baby. But yeah, so other than that, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I am going to show you guys my bump. I am wearing maternity jeans from Jessica Simpson that I had last year. They're just straight-legged maternity jeans. I'm going to show you guys those. I got them from Motherhood Maternity. So you guys can order those online if you want. I am a size large, but I can still fit into a medium, because some of the larges are really big on me because I've not gained that much weight yet. So if you guys are interested, definitely check them out. Jessica Simpson has a lot of cute ones that you can dress up and things like that. So I really like her line of maternity clothes. I really, really do. But yeah, like and share this video. Excuse me. Like and subscribe this video if you guys are interested in seeing more about this pregnancy and about my life. I really enjoy you guys checking in with me and keeping up. So if there's any questions, like I said, comment down below. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Don't know if you guys can see that well. Here I am with the shirt on from the front, this side. See, I love how they come up so high. They're so soft. And then the band comes up higher in the back and lower in the front. In the front. On the side.